So here we are on TimePro. Oh,
Yeah. You'll see. You'll see the
right,
ceiling.
let's go into the Leave module there. So you've got your Leave dashboard where you can add new leave if you click on this button right here. By default, it's for today, all day is ticked, and it's a annual leave type. You have to click someone to pre-approve it at the moment. And if you save, it's added to the list, and you can see
Can
the
you scroll your
dates.
mouse away? Yeah, so I would make it clear the one
Yeah.
that just got added, and I'd
Right.
have that in black or something,
Yeah.
or at least in dark grey or something. So you
Yeah.
know, oh, all right, that record just got added.
Yeah, okay. And if you refresh, then it's
Yeah,
done.
it's gone.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So you've got the leave type, the days away, so it's for 2 days, so it's 0. The dates and the length and the status.
Okay.
So that's 1 day. 1 day is equals to 8 hours at the moment, because that's what most employees do. In the future, we may need to add a setting at tenant level to say how many hours are in 1 day.
Right.
For friends, we do 7.5 hours,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, this to be a tenant level setting.
Yeah.
Or an employee level setting, because some organizations
Could
might
also
want to
be,
put
yeah.
different
but then
countries in one. Or
yes, but then you go down a rabbit hole of well, it needs
no,
okay if it
that
is
would ruin reports and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
and then if it, even if it is employee level setting, then it needs to be locked down. Someone has to set it for them because you don't want them obviously to change their time.
Yeah, sure.
You know,
Yeah, makes sense.
so
But a bit unlikely.
Makes sense.
Yes.
it is in the backlog as
Oh,
as a
is it?
non-MVP. Yeah,
Right.
it is in the backlog as a non-MVP
Yeah.
item to
Yeah.
be able to set it, and it's not refined obviously
Right.
because there's again it's a remedy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. On the left, you have some statistics. That's stuff we'll be getting from zero. It's not there for at the moment, so
Okay.
yeah, we've had it coming soon.
So why have we put that there for the time being?
It's just to set up the page, like all the
Right.
components.
Right. Okay.
Like as a placeholder.
Yeah.
Generally, I would avoid it against that because you want to be
Yeah.
able to ship it. You
Yeah.
don't want them to
Right.
see things that
Right.
aren't working.
At first, we thought we would do this earlier.
Okay.
So,
And what's it going to be showing? What's an example?
your leave balance, how many
Oh,
hours
But it's
are
to be
left.
plugged into zero.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
will be plugged into zero.
Right. Got it.
Well, for Australia. And yeah, that's about it. So let's jump into the backlog for this print.
As far as I'm concerned, as product owner, I'm very happy to see it there because it shows that that feature's coming. So
Now, do you think? No, I agree with what you're saying, but I would still hide it for sure.
Okay.
I don't want people to see it until
Okay.
we've added it. Because yeah. Do you think it's good enough to be used at the moment?
Well, it's missing one key feature, which is the sync with CRM.
Oh,
And once we get that working,
Yes.
then we could start
But-
shooting.
JK would have been helping you on that, wouldn't
Yes.
he? And has he been good?
Yes.
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 It's difficult, that zero stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Has he been mainly focused on that? Does that mean that you haven't been doing the zero syncing stuff?
Zero is not zero thinking is not MVP.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
Okay.
in the MVP, we may create a leave in the dashboard.
Okay.
It will create an appointment in CRM and send an email for you.
Say it once more.
We create the leave here on the
Yes.
dashboard. It's creating an appointment on CRM,
Yeah, syncs that.
and then it's sending an email.
Oh,
Well, a bunch of emails.
who sends the email? TimePro?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So basically, the idea for that MVP is feature parity. So we want to have feature parity with what we currently have, which
Okay.
is creating manually the
Sure.
appointment, and then every piece of syncing behind that. So creating the time sheets for you, syncing to zero, etc., is
Right.
the next bit of work, basically.
And which parts has JK been working on?
The CRM.
CRM. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been helping us with CRM.
Okay, so you gave him the hard stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it hasn't really been working on.
Has it?
Not really.
No, not really. Yeah.
It hasn't been
It's been
booked on.
helping us.
Oh,
Yeah.
Just 10 minutes here and there. It's not been booked on it.
I wish it could be.
really? Oh, okay. I thought he was primarily on it. Okay.
No.
Maybe my mistake. All right.
So yeah, let's jump into the backlog. So Adam,
Yes.
yeah, the different PBIs for this print. the important stuff here was, well, this one is a bit like it's just cleaning some front-end stuff, so it's not that important. But we had some leftover things to do. Like we wanted to just display the upcoming leaves for now, adding a bunch of coming soons on the left, like you just saw. This kind of stuff. This one was pretty important. We had some issues when creating migrations.
So when you go to the one before clean up the UI,
Yep.
you said it's done, but the left-hand side isn't working.
Yeah, the goal was to add coming soon, yeah, because
Oh.
those values were hard coded.
Oh, okay.
Just
So you never
for
plan on making it work.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That was block-coded values and add something. So
Right. Okay.
so this one is about some issues we had when creating.
So sorry, when you completed that one, did you
Yeah.
add another PBI to actually make it work?
There is PBI that already exists.
Oh, to make the left
Yeah,
hand nav
yeah,
works. Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Because
Okay.
again, this is
It's not
dependent on zero
MVP. Yeah,
integration.
Right.
yeah. There is one for the zero integration.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, we had some issues when creating migrations for EasyLeave
Mhm.
because of dependency stuff. So we had to work on this and add a bunch of new dependencies to the
Right. Okay.
EasyLeave
So
module.
in hindsight, do you think it was a good idea to do it as a modular monolith rather than monolith, which wouldn't have had this problem?
We would have had less problems for sure.
Yeah.
But this is kind of logical, I think, to do it that way. It will make the app more maintainable in the future once everything is in its own module.
Right.
So yeah, I think it's a good approach.
Right.
But since it's the first like module we create,
Yeah.
we are experiencing a bunch of issues with that. But
We're struggling.
yeah,
I think maybe
With
one,
the
I
communication.
think also what created all these problems is that new modular monolith that we created on the side, that new module
yeah,
that we created on the side. We wanted like a clean slate, so we started with .NET 8 and EF Core 8 and
Yeah,
everything,
yeah.
which created a dependency on TimePro to be updated. So what held us back a lot is to bring TimePro core up to speed, so it's on parity with what we're doing for communication between two modules. If I'm not mistaken,
Yeah.
that's what I understand from a.
And we worked on that, and after that we go to NDC migration. So TimePro team update the TimePro parts, and when we came back, we had to merge those modifications, and we struggled to do that merge, and it creates some conflict. And yeah, it's part of the problem working on that monolith architecture.
But now it's okay. So
Yeah.
all good. We can now create migrations properly. So that's a then we had a quick one, which is kind of important, dealing with time zones. For this, in the beginning, we had for a leave start date, start time, and end date and end time. But after a discussion with Dan, we figured that it's more logical to use datetime offset to include the offset, so that if I create a leave from France, I've got the +2 because we are at C+2, and if Tyler creates one in Sydney, then we've got +10, and we have the proper stuff in the DB. So yeah, as you can see here, maybe I can open this right there. You can see, Alan.
Yep.
That we've got the offset that's managed in DB. So
Okay. Cool.
That's the kind of stuff that you don't think about when you're
Yeah.
international, right?
yeah,
Yes.
if you only do
Yes.
something for Australia, you don't have this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Working
Yeah.
with
Time is always pain.
Yes.
and it goes the same for timesheets and everything
Yes,
because
yeah.
cascades, right?
Yeah.
But it's great because it makes the app much more resilient to
Yeah, sure.
everything.
This one is
Now,
about
did we have a rule about how we're treating this so that we do this on other apps as well?
I don't think we created one, but we could.
yeah, we
should,
we
yeah.
should create one,
Yeah.
definitely.
That would be
That'd be useful.
Gilles.
Yeah. This one was kind of important too. We struggled with Jean to find a good way to calculate the length of a leave. So we've made some updates to the functioning, and I made a done video if you want to watch it now. Or if you
How long is
It's 2 minutes.
it? We can watch it now. We should. So, love the background.
Yeah.
The leave length calculation.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm not 100% on board with what that is, but we'll find
I can explain to you before.
out. No, I want to see if I'm picking up.
Yeah.
Yep. Yes. So I'm still wondering what the leave length is because I know it's 8 hours, but maybe what you're talking about is flexibility. We'll see.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Don't tell me. Yeah, 8 hours. Oh, now I'm starting to know it's about that column now. So I'm now pretty sure the whole video is about the length column here, but
Yes.
we'll find out. Yeah. So I think what you're trying to say now, that's 3.5 hours,
Yes.
and you're trying to see what that everything is just trying to see uh, percentages of 8 hours. I think what you're doing. I'm not sure.
Not really.
Okay. So that just got added. I don't know which one it is. You're going to say, well, it's the top one, but it's not obvious to me because based on the date, it could have been anywhere.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's a good
So
point.
that says 3.5. Okay. Seems right. Oh, by the way, just on dates, we often say this, but we always put 3 letters before the from and the to. So we'd have TUE, Tuesday, FRI, Friday.
Yeah.
So you'd know which day you're talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Good picture. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Mm.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Mm. It's almost more important than the year, actually.
Mm.
Yeah, right.
Because you know it's from Friday to Thursday or whatever.
Now you got to do multiple days, I think. So that's 5 days, I think. So 40 hours. I'm not sure what you're going to show. Okay, that's good. But why wouldn't you show that number on the form before? Because I don't want to press save until it shows what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think there is a PBI
Okay.
to add this to the
Okay.
form.
Excellent.
Now, the big
Hold on.
struggle with this one.
It says Hugo was from SSW. This was Hugo from SSW. Why was it? Isn't he still?
Well, apparently not.
So
So the only other thing is when you finish, just stare at the camera for 2 seconds and
yeah,
then kill it.
What's wrong with this thing? This was
This was
this was Hugo from SSW. I always say that. What's wrong with it?
No,
that's unfortunate.
no, you shouldn't.
What would you say? This is it. This is Hugo from SSW.
Not this was.
Yeah,
Really?
that's what.
Everybody says that, I think.
That's
It's a bug if they do.
Okay.
'Cause it wasn't.
what should I say?
So,
Past tense. It was. No, that makes sense. I know what you're saying.
I wouldn't say it. Yeah.
That's for you to imply I'm not working for SSW anymore.
No, it doesn't. But it's a joke. But it's just
You are not
because
Hugo
it
anymore.
is. So it is. So this is Hugo. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I know it's just weird to say it was.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, it's no big deal. But
Okay,
I wouldn't
okay.
say it.
Okay. Yeah.
Because in English it seems odd.
I guarantee you, I can give you 10 videos
Yeah,
left.
yeah,
I'll find them.
I know. I see other people do it. You're not the only one. You picked it up from other people,
Yeah.
but
Probably for me. Like,
Yeah, or for any video I
Yeah,
watch on
yeah.
the internet.
Mm.
But I'll pay attention to your next video.
yeah.
Explanation.
I'm pretty sure you say it too.
no, I'm pretty sure I don't.
Yeah,
Just
right.
fast.
So yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
this one was about this calculation.
That was good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Struggled a bit with Jean to find the right rules to make it work in all cases.
Yeah.
But now it's
Because the problem when you've got a full day, it's fine. Or 2 half days, it's fine. But the problem is the lunchtime.
Mm.
How do you deal with that 1 extra hour?
Yeah.
We found the right way to do it.
Yeah.
We've got unit tests to cover all possible
Now,
scenarios.
be aware the beginning of the video is important. What you say in the beginning is your headline,
yeah,
so you know what the topic is. You went straight to the settings to show there's no setting there. So I was now wondering what's going on.
Not exactly.
He went to the settings to show there's no setting here that shows what the 8 hours. See this?
That's not what he's saying. He's saying the big change we did is that now we're using the settings to calculate the time
Yeah.
based on your settings. And in the future,
Is
there
he
will
saying
be.
there's an invisible field there?
Well,
Because there was nothing there to look at.
sorry to interrupt, but he's not saying that. In the video, he's saying the big change we've made. Now we're going to talk about the leave length. I'm
Yes,
talking
yeah.
on your behalf because English.
From and to, yes.
Yes, from and to.
Yes,
The big change we've made in this PBI is that now we're using that setting that exists in your profile and boom, boom.
Yeah.
Because that's the big change.
What was he using before?
Nothing.
Was hard coded?
Well, no, but it's taking random hours. So if you take leave from 1 a.m. to
10 p.m.
10 p.m.,
Then
it'd be whatever hours. I can't
20,
do it.
21 hours.
21 hours.
Oh,
Which is ridiculous because that's not what you want.
but why wouldn't you just correct the data entry and say you can't do that?
Well, because it depends on your you don't know when this person starts and ends to begin with.
Yeah. Now we do. Now we are using the value from your settings. So we
Right.
could do that.
But it's also easier from a data entry perspective.
Okay.
If you take leave before you even
Okay.
start, it
Right.
just ignores it.
Yeah.
And in the data, it
sorry.
makes it.
I thought you were talking about multi-tenancy and different, that setting being 40 hours not being there
There's
versus France being there. Yeah,
there is that too.
I
You're
was
correct.
distracted. Yeah.
You are correct. He does mention, which is
Right.
probably the bug in there.
Yeah.
You probably shouldn't mention it because that's another PBI, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, you can mention it at the very end of the video.
Yeah.
So there's other things that it doesn't support. It doesn't support organizations that don't do 40 hours.
Well, it made sense
Yeah.
because in the dashboard, then we see that one day is 8 hours.
Yes, true. Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
prefer to mention it
Yeah,
before.
you're right.
So,
It's a huge limitation now, I think about it, for other companies.
Yeah,
Mm.
but it's not hard to fix, and we've made it so it's easy to inject once
Right.
that setting is in. Like we've
Right.
made all the code to be flexible, so it's not a big change in the implements that we've created.
Yeah. So the next one is about humanizing the text rather than just displaying the full row value for the hours, right? So I guess you've seen it in the video, but you got this.
Yeah, it was very nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's using days and hours,
Mm.
and that's it. Once it's past 8 hours, it becomes a day, and then
Did we remove that pen?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh.
Just a UI thing.
Yep.
No, this is beyond what you're looking at. But see the column headers?
Yes.
You can see there's a lot more space there.
Yeah.
That you have a lot of space, and you know they're important fields. So I would potentially make them substantially bigger, like 4 points bigger or something. But now I wouldn't do that without checking with the designer, but
Yeah.
you can see
That's really close to what Bailey did
all right.
in her design. So.
Okay.
But yeah, we can have a chat with them,
Mm.
I guess. Makes sense. And then the struggle begins. So I will let Jill talk about this one.
Yes. Yes. Maybe I should start with the one before that one. I'll start with that PBI.
Mm.
So here we've got we try to integrate.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this PBI is about integrating all the workflow when we are saving leave, saving it in the DB, sync with the CRM, and sending an email,
and the sync with 0. We struggled to implement that.
Why are you trying to integrate with CRM? You want to put set regarding? Is that what you're trying to do?
We do it, but it's more a CRM. It's more a CRM thing to set regarding. The 0 part, we didn't really
I think
focused
what
on
you're
that.
saying is it's that we want the leave entry in TimePro,
Yes.
but we also want the leave entry in an appointment that has set regarding,
Yes.
and that's what you're trying to do at the moment, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And not only it's talking about sending an email as well, and it's all the workflow. All that PBI is talking about the workflow, starting with the saving of the leave until you save it to 0 to your sync to 0. Yeah, that's all the workflow. Saving the DB, syncing with the CRM, sending an email, and sync with 0.
Yeah.
Do you have one?
Me or
Yeah, you. Check the PBA title. I don't know.
yeah, but I'm just talking about that graph, but
Right.
that's the starting point. We just want to sync with the CRM.
This PBA is about syncing the leave to CRM. So it is
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
you said, creating the appointment
It
and
is.
setting.
Okay.
Oh yeah, sorry, I was just mentioning the whole workflow until
it's within this
within that big.
Now, is this
picture.
work done, or
No.
is the work to do just to do this graph?
Now we are still struggling with that PBI because we are going back and forth with TimePro. We've got
Yeah.
a lot of
Do you
technical
have to,
problems.
like you've got here, send an email? You have to create an appointment, do you?
Yes. Yes.
Is that what you mean by send an email?
Uh,
Like this email service?
yes.
That's the
Yes.
getting the record into
Yes.
Dynamics. Okay.
Yes.
And once it's in Dynamics, do you need to do anything to make sure it's in the person's calendar? Or Dynamics does all that work for you?
It's on the CRM appointment part.
Yeah, do you have to do that? Or once you
Yes.
get the record into Dynamics, it does it for you?
No, we have to do it.
So Dynamics doesn't send appointments to people?
No.
Oh, okay.
And
See this image? This is good, this documentation.
yes.
It shouldn't be in a PBI, I don't think.
Okay.
This should be in your Markdown documentation. Yeah.
Okay.
And you're referencing that.
Okay.
Yeah, because otherwise this is gone. And this is a major part of how all the Dynamics works. So when a new person starts working on the Dynamic stuff, you want to have an explanation of this.
Okay.
I think this is an extract of it, though.
Oh, that would make more sense. If it's
Yes.
a copy from
Yeah.
a specific URL,
But it shouldn't. We shouldn't have a copy from.
you can put copied from.
Yeah, but then you need a link.
Yes.
Because otherwise,
Yes.
if it changes.
Yeah. So, but how would Jill not know that? Where it is, where it came from? Did you create this?
I didn't create it.
did?
It's
Daniel.
Daniel created it. So
Right,
I'm
okay.
I'm not sure, 100% sure
Okay,
where
alright.
that graphic coming from.
Okay, all right.
So
Because you know, as soon as this issue, this PPI is done and closed, we've lost the documentation.
yeah, you're right. Yeah. So yeah, we need to make sure where it's coming from. So yes, we are still struggling with that PBI because we are going back and forth with the TimePro updates, and I've got a lot of technical issue like dependencies injection issues and communication between all the TimePro part and the leave module part.
Right.
And
Have you spoken to Toby about this?
with JK?
With
Yeah.
JK?
Yeah.
Have you spoken to Ben N?
No.
Okay. Those two people would help you as well. Quite a
Okay.
bit.
Okay.
So you could record a video near the end of the day and send one to them. Hey, can you help me with this?
Yes.
But Ben N and Chavy Churches
Okay.
and JK will all be helpful.
Yeah.
Isn't Toby on client work? Isn't Toby on client work?
Right. He's working on the TimePro, so he's
Yeah.
a person that can help. Ben N is on Tina, who could help as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Ben N has done all the Dynamics integration stuff.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, JK was very helpful, but we are still struggling to make all the thing works. Especially now because we changed that time and the time offset Hugo mentioned before. So this is something we need to figure out as well. And yeah, so that PBI is not done yet.
All right, cool.
And yeah, there's the autofac part.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So working on that PBI, we got an autofac problem. Autofac is a. Do you know what is autofac?
I think is that a dependency injection framework?
Yes. Yeah. So strongly with the PBI I showed you before, JK mentioned that we will need to get rid of autofac, and probably autofac is a problem, part of the problem we've got.
Yep.
So I worked on that autofac remove during the process of the past PBI.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and this is done. So
Okay.
autofac has been removed from the old TimePro application.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you just Google SSW autofac, I just want to check that autofac is a bad example, because as far as I think on an old rule that it isn't. So
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to be the good example.
yeah, just
For
put
SSW
just
rules?
put
Errors. Yeah.
put default dependency. Just add default. No, autofac.
Okay, sorry.
Autofac and default. Yep. Enter. So yeah, this one I think. So that should say autofac is a good one.
Control for the fact.
Yeah, there we go.
It's right there.
Yeah, just here.
So, but it's saying now you should use the built-in one.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what that's what we did.
Oh,
What we did.
right. So you got rid of autofac.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good. Okay.
But you won't see it as a bad example.
Yeah. No.
Because it still has its uses. I don't know. I'm not too sure why in this particular example we have decided to strip it out. I'm not sure. I haven't followed proof stances.
All right.
Okay.
Right.
You done?
Yeah.
Yes.
And if do you have any question about the autofac thing?
No,
and
it's
the other?
good.
Okay.
Thank you.
The only thing I would comment on, when you close that, please. During a sprint review, you only have to cover off what was done. The stuff that you got blocked on or you're still working on is optional. So you just say to the
Yeah.
product owner, "Hey, do you want to see some of the extra stuff that we have not completed?" Yeah.
Well, sorry, they did ask me this question, and I did answer that, showing that serum integration makes sense because that's what triggered that artifact PBI. Otherwise, that artifact PBI doesn't make sense.
Right. Yep. Yep. Makes sense. Yeah.
The other ones no, but
Yeah, just the general idea that a product owner only has to know what was in the increment, but yeah, the context of why you did the extra one, yeah, it's good too.
I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's good.
Makes sense.
I would have always said, yeah, tell me the extra stuff as well, because I just want to know what else you're working on.
Yeah, okay.
But it's not specifically part of the Scrum process.
Yeah. Well, we can talk about the last three
if you did work on it.
This one a bit, just last afternoon.
Yes.
Yeah, yesterday afternoon. We are just going to deploy everything to staging.
So people will see it light up
We
In
could
staging.
make it so, yeah, in staging.
in staging.
Yes.
Okay. All right. But
At the moment, we
when
have
are you going
a
to put it
setting.
to production?
Sorry?
When are you putting it to production?
When the MVP is done, I guess.
Right. Okay.
And
So you don't think it's close to production at the moment?
Well, it depends.
Are you happy to use it for your own leave?
At the moment, no.
No.
Because we don't have the CRM integration and the automatic email stuff.
Okay.
But once we get that, yes.
Right. Okay. All right. I agree. I think you probably should do that bit.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think because then we can ship it.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
better
Yes.
ready than creating the appointment
Yes.
manually.
Yeah. It is. Yeah.
And then we can add
Yes.
new features.
Yeah. I think the problem will be as soon as people see it, they'll go, "Oh, that's great. Can you
Add this and that.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Obviously.
Then you get your hand in the cogs
Yes.
without
Yes.
bad words.
Yes.
Whatever. Just
Okay.
Yeah. So as far as about that, so we are working on this at the moment.
Yes.
Just need to. I just got the access to the staging DB this morning. So because I need to have access to the DB to enable EasyLeave. It's a flag that has to be turned on at tenant level at the moment, and it's disabled on stage.
Right.
So I just need to enable it. So that is. And those two, I think we can get rid of them, Jean.
Yeah, I think so.
I had a look.
Yeah.
So this was about creating a new LeaveDB per tenant.
Yes.
But I think what we decided with Daniel before we stopped was that we should add a table in the tenant DB for the leaves.
Yeah.
And not a new DB.
Yep.
Per
That.
tenant.
Yep. I remember that.
And those two are about creating a new DB per tenant.
Right.
And that's
so they
not
need to
what
be
we want
changed.
to do anymore.
So we need to remove these and create their correct
Yes.
PBI
Yes.
instead.
Yes.
Yeah. So, all right. So there'll be an extra table in the current database
Yes.
for every tenant.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm not sure why this is better than multiple DBs, but
I think it's better.
Is it?
Yes. I think the modular monolith's main thing is to make it easier for .NET developers to have smaller chunks. I don't think you have to have separate databases.
Like, I'm not a master at designing database.
A separate database has only one table. So
True. Ah, yes, that
Yeah.
was the argument. Yes.
yeah, so it's a bit
Yes.
silly to have
Yes.
just
It's a lot of
one
boilerplate
for
for
one
one
table.
DB. Yes.
Yeah,
Correct.
right.
True.
And
Yeah, I like separation of context, but
Really?
true. But for one table, it doesn't
See,
make sense.
I look at it differently. The database is all my data for my software, for my tenant. That's my data. How you make it easy on to code it up is a separate thing.
Yes,
Yeah,
I agree.
so, yeah. Like whether you put it in modular monolith and some in
That I agree with.
Power Platform and stuff. All I really care about is that I can report it nicely with Power BI over one database that has nice relationships, etc.
The way I think about it, though, when it comes to monetary and personal information, personally identifiable option data, is company C tells me, well, company A tells me, I want to get rid of that all the data because privacy concerns, whatever. I can nuke that database, that's dedicated database, and be sure that everything is gone. If it's melted inside my main DB, TimePro DB, then it's kind of ventilated in, and you got to do multiple queries to make sure all the data is cleaned up. That's all. So by having it completely separated, I know there's a key that points there. If I kill the thing, it's gone.
Yeah.
That's
I get your point.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But
in our case, it's only one.
one table. So it is silly. I do agree. Yes, that was Dan's argument. I do
we don't
remember.
have that many links between all the tables in this one.
Cool.
So yeah, that's about it for this sprint review.
So this was a 5-man day sprint, by the way.
Sound great. Yeah.
So it's a
Excellent.
small sprint.
Yeah.
So
have you got the email?
No.
Okay.
Don't look at me.
Because we tend to do it afterwards.
Okay. I would do it before.
I've heard that one.
Yeah, we've had this thing.
But yeah, I'll send the email just after the review.
Sure. Beautiful. Have you done retro?
Yeah, let's do a quick retro.
Have you already done it?
Nope.
Okay, I'd always prefer you do it before.
Yeah.
Calling me in, so it's already done. Yeah.
Okay.
But you can quickly tell me
about the retro.
Yeah, we can do it afterwards.
Yeah. I'd say
John.
before, so it's quicker.
Yeah.
But what was the highlight?
Do you remember we had this exact conversation
Yeah.
last time, right?
Yeah.
About doing the retro with you versus for you.
You like it?
Yes.
You want me here?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
But again,
to me, it's just important it's done because the retro is usually how the team can work together, but it also involves the project owner as well.
Yeah.
Because you might want to make changes that cross-user project owners to make.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just, for example, definition of done. You might want to say, all right, what we're going to do is we're going to do this, and we're going to add all the stuff to the definition of done. That adds a cost. Project owner says, no, don't worry about it. Yeah.
I agree. But also think that, we have this conversation before.
Yeah, it's just a lot of time chatting is eaten up in retros, and that's why I try to avoid them.
Yeah.
Okay, what was your highlight, Jill?
I would say the removing artifact was very interesting. I did it with JK, and it teach me a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Sure.
Getting Mehmet's opinion on the thing and seeing him basically approve of the entire challenge a little bit on interesting stuff, but mostly approving I was not even part of the conversation,
Mm.
but I overheard it and heard the summary. And getting him to basically say, "Yep, sounds all reasonable," and that's great.
It's great.
So
Yeah. For me, I'd say polishing the UI. Can I say something?
which one do you
Yeah, so it looks, you made it look better than
Yeah,
it was.
and
guys mind if I open the
oh, please do.
Start to stink.
this room is hot.
Yeah,
I mean, for
this was
big
important
nails,
too for me.
nails.
And in other SSW offices, it won't stick open.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like that. That's a very ingenious door handle.
Do you want to add something, Adam?
I'd say the first thing was the done view was excellent, like extremely good, and obviously the byproduct of watching that done video is I saw it working,
Yeah.
which was amazing. So two things, like good done video and seeing it working. Like that's the first time I'd seen it working.
Really?
Yeah, I hadn't seen it working before.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'd say the other thing for me is realizing I'm wrong to pause this. We just finished that last bit because it's too good.
Can we?
Okay.
Can you make sure you recorded this? Can you please say it again closer to the mic?
Yeah,
That was wrong. You said. I think.
yeah,
Can you write it down? Make sure you write it
yeah.
down.
Because I didn't realize it was as good, so I thought it could be part. Yeah, but yeah, and I was starting to visualize how happy some people would be.
Side conversation, definitely. But I do think World V3 is very important. I do think
so
we
do
should
I.
finish
Yeah.
EasyLeave MVP though.
Capital D, capital V on done video.
Do you understand why I thought?
Yes, but I didn't. I hadn't seen it, so it didn't. It was just like.
Can I add something to the things that went well?
Oh, yes.
Adam finally agrees to listen to me.
Yeah.
Should do that more.
Listen to John.
I
About finishing the CRM stuff.
Basically the MVP.
Yeah, in brackets, aka the MVP.
Also, if we pause now, we will lose that progress.
Yes.
The momentum.
And all I cared about was you didn't lose the code.
Yeah, but
and it was put in, but there's a lot more to it than that. Yeah.
Right. You're right.
Yeah.
So.
But what I do know, as soon as they use it, there's more than one sprint now. Yeah, because they'll get it and they'll.
It can be uploaded to someone else.
Yeah. Once it's to that point, other people can polish little bits and pieces.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's quite nicely separated out, the different bits and pieces outside MVP.
Okay.
Something to add in what could be improved?
Well, look, it's in the bad more than an improve, but
you want me to add a bad category?
All right, it's up to you. I think Scrum is not prescriptive on that front anymore. Gilles will tell you because he's done the Scrum Master course. Oh no, not yet.
I know,
I'm kidding. I think we lost a lot of effort by pausing and coming back to it.
Yeah.
So we've lost the momentum. So I wish we didn't have to.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
I agree with that. Other than that, I think we've done what we could, and it's good. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. That one.
Yeah.
That's something to put in
Yeah.
there.
I will add. We'll get a really good expert for TimePro, but there is always that time zone problem. I really need more help from JK, but he can't work until midnight. So this is kind of problem for that CRM integration thing.
So you want to put this in the what could be improved, like finding a way to.
No, I would put that.
Yes.
I would put that in what didn't go so well. That always the time zone problem, but we can't do anything about that.
You can't do it. You can do little things. You could, at the end of your day, just record a little video to tell, hey, JK, this is where I got to. And then, JK, can you record me a little video where you got to? You can have a better syncing.
Yeah.
No.
Can be done. I've seen entire projects done where nobody talks. Can be.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's impossible.
Yeah.
Notice that I'm saying it's up.
Yeah. Okay.
You like.
So the other thing that I think you could say be improved because nothing particularly went not well for me. But there's documentation of how it works for a dev. Like that done video for me was great. That shows me how it works. But how it all plugs together. You saw Gilles trying to explain what the hell is going on with Dynamics. If he had said, "Hey, I've got a video," I say, "How long? 2 minutes," and it would explain it would have been much easier. And then when you say, "Hey, Ben, I need you to finish because I'm moving on to another project," yeah, watch the video. That's how it all hangs together. Now you need to fix the email service or the appointment or whatever.
Great. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Good.
Yep. For me, it's quite good.
Good for me.
All right.
Adam, anything else?
No?
All right. Then planning.
So what are we doing, Adam? Are we dedicating another sprint to this?
Yes, we're continuing. Continuing on.
Okay.
Yeah.
We need to,
And I want you to start entering your own appointments in it. That will be the goal.
As soon as we can.
You should start doing it from now. Like you should try to get that in production and you're doing it, and then you have to add the appointment manually. So you have to still do a bit manually, and then you get we'll try to get Toby or somebody else helping you on this.
But you can't because it's going to be out of sync. If you add your
Yeah.
appointment manually, then how does TimePro, or how does EasyLeave know about the CRM appointment ID and everything?
Oh, it can't be put in manually.
Not really, no.
I think so.
Okay.
Once you plug one in, you can't.
Okay. I didn't know about the secret ID.
Well, that's
Okay.
the thing, right?
I thought it just looked at dates and stuff, so I would check it was there.
No, you need a stronger. Again, this is quite important, right? Because this is money.
Yeah.
In the end, so we need a stronger tie than this. We could, but that'd be wasted time because wasted effort. Because in the end, we don't want that.
Yeah. Okay.
You need me to create the screen, don't you?
Oh yes.
No. I made you an admin. Right?
Maybe.
Backlog. The right. The cog. A little cog.
Right.
No, not this. The little settings next to it. Sorry.
This one?
Yes, planning.
Planning.
New sprint. You can see. Sprint 7. Usually sprint 7. Sprint 7. Sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
Make sure it's in the right location. Yes, it is.
It is.
Make sure the time is correct. It usually isn't. So it'd be from today to next Monday.
So today to.
It's going to be today. Do you guys have any leave?
Yes.
When?
All next week.
All next week. Okay, make it 16th then.
But that's only Monday. Right. I'm working all this week,
Yes.
so I will just miss Monday.
Yeah, but Tuesday you're on leave, so you can't do the review.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but maybe booking me.
Yeah, that's fine. And what about you, Gilles?
What it is?
Gilles?
Oh, yeah, sorry, I was.
Do you have any leave coming up this week or the week after?
Nope.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So the reason I'm asking because you want at least 5-10 man days
Yes.
ideally, right? So you got today is pretty much gone. So you got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's 3 man days times 2, 6 man days. Next week you're off, so that's 5 days just for chill. So 11 man days. So you can make it Monday 16th. That's 10ish.
Coming back on Tuesday.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
On Tuesday or
On
Thursday?
Tuesday.
Oh, I thought you said all week. Oh, you're coming back on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay, so 17th. Yes, perfect.
From 9 to 16.
So 17th.
Included.
That means that Gilles is going to be working on his own on this project, though. So that's a risk. It's just you need to know when you plan. That's all.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah. And as Scrum Master, if you notice that Gilles is working by himself, I would then make sure that Brady or someone from the Benchmasters is aware to pull another resource to put with him. So Brady, Tyler,
Yeah, makes sense.
JK, whatever.
Yeah, makes sense.
And then I would really just grab everything that is MVP and check in there and check how much good time that would fund us out.
You revamping that?
Maybe not. But a lot of this is not really MVP. That's
we maybe need to refine some of those.
Yeah.
Well, we need to.
I want to show you something.
Those two for sure.
Thoughts.
Collapse that a little bit, the planning bit a little bit.
Can I? Yes.
In fact, you can. Oh yeah.
Yeah, those two are going to disappear, but
Yeah.
we need to create a new one
Yeah,
instead.
so it's,
But maybe that's not an MVP one. So
I think it should be.
okay,
It's part of the architecture, so I think it should be.
right.
Yeah.
This one we still need to have a look because maybe it's related to those two.
Yeah,
and it's
definitely
not
is.
needed anymore.
Yeah,
So
so slide it in, and
This
we'll,
one?
yeah, and we'll need to refine. We know these three are basically going to collapse in maybe an
you want
8
me
or
to take those two?
yeah. I think they're already. Oh no, they're not.
No. Okay. Then email, cancel the validation,
Yes,
report when sync has failed.
yes,
Makes sense.
yes. Add
And
integration test for APIs. Sugar learning update. Yes. Add leave, make the dialog responsive probably.
CC2 ready.
So 11 and 12, I would put in there,
Okay.
and that's pretty much it. The rest is not really MVP.
Yeah.
That's easy target, but it's
I
not.
agree.
So move test integration test
This one?
down. Yeah. So it's below that.
There?
Yep.
Yep.
So that's 42 pointer. That's a week worth of work for one person. No, that's 4 times 5. That's 20. So that's 2 weeks, 2 man weeks, 10 man days. That's what we've got. Perfect.
Yeah.
Done.
Oh, good.
Ish, because
Yeah.
this should be
Yeah.
But we know she'll work slowly, so
The rule is not
come to
Okay.
Cool. Done.
in every rules.
Then we are done.
Adam, we've got a sprint.
Okay,
Plan.
right. Yeah, let's see it.
So finish this.
Select all.
What?
Select all and make it all committed.
Like that in one go?
Right click. Hit it. Start. Wait. What?
Didn't understand your accent.
It's Australian, isn't it? Start. Change the start.
Yes. So first one is about finishing this serum integration.
Yes.
Been working on. Those
Deploy, yeah.
No, deploy,
Deploy
yeah.
up.
This should be okay too. We've talked about this. Those three are linked and may just disappear. We just need to refine them.
No.
Um,
You don't want to open them up and write clean. Like if I sent this to you and it was a PBI that was a bit rough and it wasn't needed anymore, I'd prefix it with clean so you know.
I would add a tag. I would right click, edit, add tag.
Really?
And say it should be refined, yes.
and like
Okay.
It's easier than
because I don't see it visually. But anyway,
Really?
I bet you
You can
don't even
comment.
have one as clean.
Sorry, what?
We don't even have one as clean.
No, but you can create, like, this is just a string.
will this create a tag?
It's, well, those tags are just strings. You can type whatever you want.
Okay.
What I would type is to be cleaned or to be refined or whatever.
Are they blocked anymore?
No, they're not.
So
You can right click, remove tag. You can even select some that don't have it, but that's fine. Tags. Remove it. Tags are removed. Yeah, boom. And blocked.
Oh, I never do it this way. Fast.
Yeah.
Very good.
This is so much better. That's what tags are for, really.
Yeah, right. This one is probably not blocked, but we need to have a look.
Yeah.
It was blocked because we're waiting for some updates.
Okay, because you don't want to leave it as blocked if it's. Yeah.
Well, we need to have a look, so maybe it still is. Right?
Yeah. So, Adam?
Block-ish.
The reason it might still be blocked, we don't know a priori. We need to go and look at the code because it was blocked before we moved on to NDC. So it may still be blocked or may have been updated. We have that right. So you could make it blocked ? Really.
No, you want me to.
You can. You own this. You own this backlog. So you do whatever the dev team thinks is better.
Is there a tag update, something? So
you can remove blocked and add blocked ? It's up to you. Or you can add to be checked. Whatever.
It's your way.
You own this. So you do what you want.
This is on the roll. Because
space because I'm French. Right?
Adam?
Yep. So then we've got this one to cancel leaves.
Oh, cancel leave, of course.
And that's why you need that ID.
Yes.
Of
course. Yeah, I wasn't thinking of it.
Implement some validation rules like not allowing people to select certain days or times or whatever. We're talking about only allowing people to select like half hours or full hours.
JK wanted 15 minutes. We said we won't do that. You don't take
Yeah,
15 minutes.
yeah.
Just,
Half a day, half an hour.
Half an hour, okay.
Half an hour, half
Yeah,
an hour.
but yeah, 13 minutes, please.
this.
Then we need this one to update a leave when the sync has failed, so we
Yes.
can show it in the dashboard, right? This one to update your learning, and some small CSS issues to make the leave creation dialog more responsive.
Right. Thank you.
And with that, we can go live and start creating. I'd use that every day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure, for sure.
We had that tenant setting to
Mm.
make it 7.5 hours because it's going to be 7.5 hours in our tenant.
Yeah,
Mm.
we can't use this in France at the moment.
Yes.
Mm.
But if we get that done, then we just need to do that extra PBI that is out of MVP to make it.
Now, can I ask you to make sure there's one other thing, and it's to do with telemetry and logging. You want to somehow have some leaderboard or something on who's using this.
Okay.
Because the people that aren't using it, we need to talk to, and we won't see them unless you're recording who's using this feature.
Okay.
Now, we do have usage on the other parts, but yeah, that telemetry is really important.
Yep. I would add a PBI straight away because you want to add it to the sprint. So, tu l'écris parce qu'il faudra refine. Mais je mettrais telemetry. Or telemetry. I like to prefix, but you know me. That's fine. Add telemetry. Ease it out. Yep, done. And that PBI is you just make it committed.
Yeah, but I need to change the parent.
That's fine. So this view is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, if you want to edit state and parent at the same time, you can by right-clicking edit. So if you go right-click edit, you can add tags and change everything at once, which is awesome, really.
Yeah. Well, good then.
So we've added telemetry to the sprint, Adam. The PBI will be obviously
refined.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
You happy with this sprint scope?
Yeah, excellent.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Then we are done. I will upload the video on the YouTube channel.
Yes, beautiful. That's good.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks, everyone.
He's good, isn't he?
Cheers.
Cheers.